Alrighty, good evening, everyone. This is Assistant Chief Forecaster here back here once again. I'm here to give you guys your evening forecast update for today here. So first and foremost, guys, do us a favor. Please like and share these videos here. It really helps with the page growth, and also it helps with the post reach as well. Now, I got a couple of things I want to talk to you guys about before the forecast starts. First and foremost, our fall outlook. We were originally going to do it last weekend before Hurricane Ida kind of threw up some uncertainties in terms of that, so we've kind of postponed the fall outlook. We are going to set another date and have that out for you guys here in the near future, so just look forward to that. Also, one more thing is we are heading straight for our second severe weather season, especially we get towards later on this month and into October, into November here, so that's why we're harping on you guys to be sure to like and share our page and continue to monitor us for updates here. That way you guys can always stay informed on rapidly changing conditions here. So with that being said, unfortunately for us, we don't have any significant rainfall here, so the only thing we're concerned about right now is drought conditions and also wildfires across western and northern Arkansas here. So those yellow patches that you see on your screen today is the current drought conditions across Arkansas. We're in abnormally dry right now. We're on a low end term of being in a drought. However, the grass is starting to turn brown, trees are dying, etc. here. So we desperately need the rainfall here in Arkansas. And fortunately for us, rain chances will start to increase as we get towards the middle and late part of this upcoming work week here. I'll talk to you guys more about that in the 7-8 outlook. So right now, as before, we don't have much going on across the radar here. So let's go ahead and talk about temperatures here now. If you were working outdoors, you were running errands or something today, and you noticed a wind shift today, that is a cold front that pushed through Arkansas at this point. I'm going to overlay our dew points at this point as well, because you're going to see that dry air starting to make its way down into Arkansas here. So we've got 84 degrees in Fayetteville right now, 90 degrees in Fort Smith, 88 in Mena, 91 in the Metro right now, 88 in Camden, 88 in El Dorado, 84 in Memphis, 86 in Jonesboro, 82 up there in Jasper here. And in the higher elevations today, you didn't get out of 70s. We're talking 78, 79 up there, 84 in Mountain Home as well here. So the temperature department has not been bad. It's been relatively comfortable outside. The mornings have been relatively great. Well, overnight lows in the upper 50s, low 60s here has been very, very comfortable across Arkansas. The temperature department, and just the rainfall, we've been well below normal. We've been extremely dry across our neck of the woods here. So this is kind of one of the reasons why I'm really worried about the wildfire danger here. So dew points up here, low to mid 40s, upper 40s, low 50s, and some 60s, even a 70-degree reading down there in Camden at this point here. So dry air combined with warming temperatures over the next couple of days, and also a very dry ground, is perfect ingredients for the potential of a wildfire. So just keep that in mind. Know your limits whenever you're burning here, guys. Please, 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 please keep this in the back of your mind before you try to do any type of burning, because it could result in a wildfire. Also, there are burn bans. There's 2 burn bans ongoing right now across north central Arkansas, 2 counties under burn bans. However, some cities have issued their own burn bans, so keep that in mind as well. Check with your local city to see if a burn ban has been issued for your localized area. We'll have information for that for you guys over the next couple of days here, but I would say between tomorrow through the weekend, heat ridge is going to start moving back into Arkansas. Temperatures are going to rapidly get into the 90s. Low humidity as well. The humidity will start to creep back by the late weekend. However, low humidity, high heat, dry ground, perfect combination for the potential wildfires. So just keep that in mind, especially across western and northern Arkansas. I'm going to show you that graphically here shortly here. So that being said, let's go ahead and talk about tropics real quickly, guys. And we haven't talked about tropics much since Ida, and we've got 2 areas of disturbed weather that we're going to watch very, very closely here. So we've got Larry, the powerhouse Larry, out here in the Atlantic. This system is something that I'm personally going to keep an eye on here, and you're going to notice the tracks. So here's Larry, Category 2 hurricane right now, was a beast over the last couple of days here with a very, very big eye wall, pushing north, and it's going to eventually turn to northeast, and it's going to go straight north. Now, where it's headed, up here towards the Arctic Circle. And this time of the year, you have to watch these systems very, very closely, because these systems, once they go into the Arctic Circle, could be a catalyst to a pattern change. Remember that pattern change I was telling you guys about around the middle of the month? This could be Larry. Larry's headed straight for the Arctic Circle, and normally whenever you get a system up here in the Arctic Circle, and normally sends much cooler and much cooler conditions down into the lower 48 here. So that's something that we're going to monitor very, very closely here. By that point, we will have a heat ridge over Arkansas. It'll move east of Arkansas, and that's what's going to allow these cold fronts to move down into the central and even into the southern portions of the country here. So that's something that we're going to monitor very closely here. I told you guys a couple of days ago, I've been stressing about it, that we are monitoring for the potential of pattern change towards the middle of the month. Just hang on just a little bit longer. I promise you guys, we're going to see something good towards the middle of the month here. Now, we have Tropical Storm Mindy here. Mindy kind of came out of nowhere in the Gulf of Mexico here, an area of disturbed weather, moved into the central Gulf, and now developed into a tropical storm here. Tropical Storm Mindy sitting right around 40 miles per hour at this point here, moving to the northeast at about 40 miles, about 20 miles per hour. They're going to make a landfall in the Florida Panhandle here. So tropical storm warnings have been issued here. If you have any interest in Florida, or you are in Florida at this current time here, just keep that in mind over the next couple of days here. Should go back out into the Atlantic and could reform into a storm back out into the Atlantic as well over the next couple of days. Mindy, unfortunately, will not have any sort of rainfall impacts for us here in Arkansas, but it is going to help circle in some northerly flow over the next couple of days. That could hold the temperatures down across the natural state here. So that being said, let's go back to our radar here, and also let's talk about our wildfire danger here. So this is the wildfire danger across Arkansas for much of western, central, and southwestern Arkansas here. The yellow means moderate wildfire danger. Keep that in mind. Dry air, dry ground, high heat. Over the next couple of days here, as the heat ridge begins to move back over, that's what's going to result in the potential wildfires here. Even portions of central Arkansas. Eastern Arkansas, you guys are not under it as of now. However, with the lack of widespread rainfall, it's just going to gradually get worse over the next couple of days here. So, with that being said, let's go and talk about your 7-day forecast here. So, for northern Arkansas, the next couple of days, Thursday through Saturday, relatively comfortable. Overnight lows in the upper 50s, low 60s here. Daytime highs in the upper 80s, low 90s. By the weekend, into the early part of next week, the heat ridge will settle over Arkansas. So temperatures by that point will be back into the 90s. Overnight lows in the upper 60s, low 70s. Humidity will start to increase somewhat by the early part of next week here as the ridge begins to move out towards the east here. So it's not going to be like it was a couple of weeks ago where the heat ridge just settled over Arkansas. It's going to move relatively quickly. It's going to move in Arkansas, and it's going to move east of Arkansas. So that's what's going to set us up by the middle to late part of next week for rain chances to return to the natural state as a boundary interacts with tropical moisture coming up from the Gulf of Mexico here. So 30% products by Wednesday. High temperatures by that point in the upper 80s to upper 80s, low 90s, overnight lows in the 70s here. More the same for central Arkansas. Next 3 days, comfortable. Not as cool, but still comfortable. Low overnight lows in the upper 50s, low 60s. Daytime highs in the upper 80s, low 90s. By the time we get towards the weekend, mid to upper 90s can be possible. Overnight lows in the mid to upper 60s. Rain chances return by Wednesday with high temperatures in the low 90s. Overnight lows in the 70s. 30% products by Wednesday. More the same for southern Arkansas. Upper 80s, low 90s for Thursday through Saturday. Overnight lows in the upper 50s, low 60s. By Sunday and Monday, the temperatures really will start getting into the mid to upper 90s, overnight lows in the upper 60s, low 70s. This weekend, I know we got that big game, Arkansas versus Texas here, but keep in mind, be very careful with any type of burning that you're trying to do this weekend here. Any sort of burning can lead to a wildfire, especially across western, central, and northern Arkansas here. Southern Arkansas, you're a little bit of a grace right now. I still wouldn't recommend it down there because we're still relatively dry for the entire state. As we get towards Tuesday and Wednesday, moisture will begin to vent northward out of response of a front. That's what's going to lead to the potential of seeing some scattered showers and storms by the time we get towards Wednesday. High temperatures by that point in the low 90s, overnight lows in the 70s, 30% products by Wednesday here. So we'll continue to keep you guys updated right here on your source for all things Arkansas weather.